Yo, what's going on, guys? I got this quick little repair that I'm gonna work on, and I figured why not do a little vlog on it. So I did have to start off by removing the door panel. I have it inside, and I did have to remove this outer trim, and then this one right here, this rubber seal that goes around, mainly in this area because I was using the stud welder gun. Pretty much weld and pull it out because all of this got sunken in. And then we do have some minor repairs here on the door as well. So I'm gonna focus on the inner door jamb first. I'm gonna do my pulls, try to pull this out as much as possible, and I will use the other door as reference. So I'm actually go ahead and start welding and pulling right now. All right, guys, so after I went ahead and did some pulling, I went ahead and started laying my body filler. Because I did pull out most of it, it's some nice thin layers. I still have to go in and smoothen it up a little bit more in some areas, but for the most part, it's feeling good. I went ahead and test fit the plastic panel. Everything lines up nice. So I've actually started moving on to the outer part of the door. I went ahead and grinded it down to bare metal. You really can't see because I already applied my filler. I did apply it nice and thick, so right now I'm hitting it with some 80 with the small block. I'm just pretty much blocking it down, so once I have it nice and feathered out, I'll go ahead and get y'all guys back into it. All right, guys, so I went ahead and smoothed out the bondo as best as possible, and now I went ahead and applied a layer of putty because I did have some pinholes. If you look close, some of them didn't fully get covered. You can still kind of see them, but that's all right because this this layer of putty did kind of bring up the body filler. So once I sand it, I might be able to go ahead and get that nice and feathered out. But if we close the door, we can see that it does line up nice and perfect. The gaps are all even throughout, so we did accomplish pretty much getting the door skin, the door outer skin, where it needs to be back to its original placement. But I do have the door open as I'm sanding, so I don't damage any of the rear quarter panel. The inside is pretty smoothed out as well, as I did say before. So once I get this nice and smooth, I will go ahead and unplug the main power to the door, and then I will remove the bolts, take the actual door off. Once we remove the door, we'll take it over there, and then I will go ahead and start masking the top part because we are going to go ahead and spray the primer. All right, guys, so I went ahead and sanded it with the 180, and I went ahead and sanded it a little bit further out to get those rougher scratches out. I did have to do a little bit of scratching here, sanding here, but overall everything feels really nice and smooth, and so does this inside part. So because it's only 2 people here at the shop and the tripod, I can't pretty much have us take the door off and put it over there. I'm gonna just call my boy Sebastian. We're gonna remove the bolts, set it up over there, and then I'll get y'all guys tuned back in once I have the door on the work stand ready to get primered. Ooh, excuse me. All right, guys, so we went ahead and removed the door. I went ahead and masked it and threw the primer on the inner structure. Looks really good. And then I also went ahead and primed up the actual inside of it. The primer is semi-dry to the touch, but it's just the outer layer that's dry. The inside still needs to get dried up. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this overnight. And then tomorrow I will go ahead and start hitting this with the 320 to smooth it all out. Same with the inside. Well, the outside, really. This is the inside. The outside part, and then I will go ahead and wet sand with 600. I'm not gonna do the whole thing because most of this gets covered up by seals. I might only sand up to here with the 600. As far as this part goes, I'm not sure yet on how I'm gonna approach it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a split at the bottom, or if I could do like a clear blend in the middle. That's yet to be determined. So I'll go ahead and just think it through overnight, and tomorrow once I'm fresh, I'll see what works best for me. But yeah, guys, this one here seems to be almost about wrapped up. So I'll go ahead and get y'all back on tune tomorrow. So guys, I went ahead and started spraying it. I just hit it with my first coat of clear. The bodywork turned out fairly nice. As you can see, it's nice and flat. I am painting it outside just because I do have the other truck inside. So the inner door jamb looks pretty good. I did end up doing like a clear blend, but it looks really nice and OEM. And as well as the outer shell, the color looks really nice. You really can't tell where the blend was made. But again, this is just the first coat. I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for a good 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna grab me something to eat. By the time I'm done, I'll be ready to spray my second coat. All right, guys, so pretty much just like that, we got the door looking A1. I'm still making a couple adjustments. As you can see, these bolts here are still fairly loose. Just because I've been playing with the hinges, the impact does seem to have shifted the door. So I'm still making some adjustments there. But the door itself, bodywork came out nice. It's nice and flush, matches nicely. I'm gonna open, it's gonna sag, but that's just because the bolts are loose. But if you look at the inside, it's looking a lot better. It's looking how it's supposed to, so that's a very good sign. Yeah, now all that's left is to get these hinges adjusted, and we're A1, guys. That was a nice little fun quick repair. And if you ever have any doubts, questions, or concerns, feel free to send us a message and we can get your whip looking right if you ever get into a small fender bender. So appreciate y'all guys for watching, and please comment and let me know what else y'all would like to see. Let's go.